Hi yogis, welcome back to the mat. My name is Sis. I'm a Yin Yoga instructor and burlesque entertainer and a few other things like a cat mom to Nebu who's hanging out in the front corner there. We are still in this pandemic. A lot of us are still at home, and I thought it would be a wonderful way to incorporate Yin Yoga with some props that everybody has at home. So I'm developing this series called Pandemic Yin. And basically all the exercises that we'll be doing requires a mat or a towel, something to put on a hard surface, a chair, 2 pillows, and a blanket. You might not need these for these asanas that we'll be going into, but they certainly can help you get into these asanas and help you relax in them. Today's focus will be on the spine. We're going to be doing 3 asanas to really get the kinks out along the spine, since most of us are sitting down or laying down a lot. So I thought this would be a nice fun way to introduce the Pandemic Yin Series. So now that Nebu's taking front and center, as he should, start out with your legs out in front, flex your feet with your hands, and we're going to do 5 wrist circles, 5 ankle circles one way, snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop, and 5 the other way, just to get all the kinks out. Again, snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop. And that is as much movement as you're going to be doing in Yin Yoga classes. So let's get started. I have my chair facing the short way. It's on the short end of the mat there. Sit up nice and tall. Really get above those seat bones. If you need to sit on some pillows or a blanket to give yourself a lift, if your lower back or your hip bones or your butt's a little sore, go ahead and do that. So sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, curl your chin into your chest and round your spine. If you need the chair, bring the chair to you. I have my legs underneath the chair or by the knee, and just hang. Just hang. You might feel some stretch in your hamstrings, or if you're really tight in your quads, you might feel them start to act up. Just give them a nice little massage. They are not invited to this party. They are underage. The focus is opening up that lower back. Imagine red wine on a nice white tablecloth. Spread that out. Deep breaths in and out. You might feel yourself begin to sink a little more, and that's great. That's your body getting comfortable in this position and the fascia releasing so you can go deeper into the pose. Focus on your breath. If you are not using the chair and you simply have your hands to the side of your legs or on your legs, turn your palms up. Doing this with your hands tends to prevent you from gripping the floor, gripping your body to pull you down. Deep breath in and sigh it on out. If your hands are by your body, put your palms to the mat and begin to crawl your hands up towards your hips and roll up. If your hands are on the legs of your chair, again, crawl them up to the top of the chair and roll yourself up. And just sit and notice if there's any difference, any sensations, any tightness that's no longer there. You might feel a warmth because attention has been given to that spot and it's not used to it. All right, so we're gonna go into Sphinx pose, and we no longer need the chair. So if you have the chair, you can get it out of the way. And you're going to lie on your stomach. Lie on your tummy. Let me move this so you can see. Place your hands right underneath your shoulders, right underneath your shoulder bone. And then slide your hands till your forearms are completely on the floor. Your elbows and your shoulders should be in one line, like an L. Your arms should be forming an L. And of course, Nebu's in the way, so let me turn the other way. Stay where you are. I have a cat who likes to be front and center. So, hand right underneath the shoulders. Slide them forward. So we got a nice L shape going right here. Legs are relaxed. If you want to shake anything out, you can to make it relax a little bit more. If you have lower back pain, keep your legs about mat width distance apart. If you want to spice it up, get some juice in there, bring your legs a little bit closer to themselves. All right. So we're using our forearms, our hands to push off the mat. The lower body is relaxed. Heart is going up to the sky, and our gaze is down and out, much like the Sphinx herself. If you want to close your eyes, go for it. Remember your breath. Inhale and exhale. Be careful of your shoulders coming up to your ears or your chest collapsing. Imagine, if you will, that you have two Lisa Frank trapper keepers under each elbow. Anybody that was raised in the 70s and 80s can make that reference very, very quickly. Trapper keepers basically were binders on crack. Very thick, had everything that you needed to go to school and then some. They were very, very thick, and we would put them underneath our armpits. So imagine you have something very thick underneath there, and keep that there. That'll prevent your shoulders from creeping out to kiss your ears. And if you feel during this pose that your lower back is acting up, it's a little cranky, it's okay. Separate your legs. And again, if you need to give yourself a wiggle to prevent anything in the lower body from tensing up and tightening up, go for it. If you want a little bit more juice, we'll go into seal, which is placing your weight in your hands into all, 5 on each finger, or each hand, all 10 fingers into the palms and straightening your arms. Again, heart is reaching up, eyes are down and out. Shoulders have that Lisa Frank trapper keeper, so they're away from the neck, away from the ears. If this is too much juice, simply come back down to Sphinx. You're going to work with your body on this day, in this moment. Inhale. Side out. And whether you're in seal or sphinx, gently bring yourself down completely. If you want to create a pillow with your hands, you can. If you want to grab a pillow and just rest your forehead on it for the moment. And take a second to notice any differences in the back, any changes, any awarenesses. All right, our last asana before we go into Shavasana is twisting spine. Twisting spine pose. It's you can twist the spine. Very self-explanatory. So flip yourself over like a pancake onto your back. I'll move this so you might be able to see better. Okay. All right, feet are on the mat, on the floor, knees are up. I'm left-handed, so we're gonna do the left side first, but we're definitely gonna do both left and right sides. So lift your hips up and put them a little to the left side of the mat, just a little. It's gonna feel a little weird, but we want to align the hips in this pose when we're on our side. This is why we do it. Cross your left leg over your right, like you're waiting for the subway. And then begin to lower both knees down to the right. If you need to place a pillow or two underneath your knees, just so there's not too much pressure, you totally can do that. Your arms, wherever is comfortable, it can be down to the side. If you want to stretch, a nice stretch in the chest area, you can do goalpost arms, which if anybody watches football, it's the goalpost. Right angles with both arms. Or if you just want to stretch them out to the side, whatever's comfortable for you. This is your practice on this day, in this body, at this moment. Close your eyes. If you want a little bit more juice in the spine, turn your head to your left hand. Nice big inhale. Sigh out. Ah. If your head is to the side, turn it so it faces the ceiling. Wherever your hands are, place them down by your sides, palms on the mat. Using the power in your hands and your arms, bring your legs up to center, uncross them, and realign yourself. And just notice any different sensations, awarenesses, anything different. If one side feels a little different than the other, it's perfectly normal. You haven't given attention to the right side yet, so it's normal for it to be a little different. Going to the right side, we're going to scooch our hips up and over to the right side of the mat. Cross your right leg over. And I'm going to grab a pillow for this side just to show you. Bring both knees down as far as they're able to go. Use as many pillows as you want, just so that's not too much weight being forced down. It's got some stability, it's got some support right there if you want to. If you want to. You don't need them if you don't need them. Alright. Arms, again, wherever you had them on the left side, it's pretty good to do them the same on the right for balance. Deep breaths in and out. You have two sides of the body, your left and your right. They are sisters. They are not identical twins. One side might feel a little easier, a little bit more flexible. The other might feel a little bit tighter. Just go with the flow. Again, this is your practice in this body, on this day, in this moment. Excuse me. If you want a little bit more juice in this pose, simply turn your head to face your right side. Deep inhale. Side out. Turn your head back to the ceiling. Place your hands, palms facing down by the mat. Using the strength in your arms, bring your knees back up, uncross, and center yourself. Again, notice any sensations, any awareness. The last asana we're going to do today is Shavasana. I'm losing yoga points because I mispronounced that the first time. And it's in Yin Yoga, it's called Nebu. It's not called Nebu. In Yin Yoga, it's called resting corpse pose. And what this does is basically when you shake a snow globe and all the glitter and all the snow just settles back in a different place, this is what we are doing with our bodies. So legs about mat width apart. You can use the pillows under the knees if you want to give your knees a little bit of a rest and or just some help. If you have a blanket, feel free to get that handy. Open that sucker up. Especially if you live in an apartment that the heat's not the best. Open that sucker up, and then we're just gonna lay back down onto our backs. Yeah. Arms are out, not straight to the side like a T. At a 45-degree angle. If you are chilly, feel free to put them underneath the blanket. And just focus on your breathing. Get situated.